Hey there, this is Teacher Ola Podcast episode 12. So or such. My name's Ola and I teach English to individual learners through one-to-one lessons online. This podcast is for you if you're an English learner who wants to speak English with more confidence and get rid of speaking barriers. Boost your vocabulary, brush up your grammar, improve your pronunciation. Go to my website for full transcripts and worksheets to each episode. Happy learning! Thank you for being here, for spending the next few minutes with me. It's going to be a grammar point today. So or such. I'm going to tell you the main rule. Next we'll look at why it's so confusing. Then what is the purpose of using so and such? What's the meaning? Then I'll show you some common mistakes and how to avoid them. At the end, you'll have a chance to say correct sentences out loud, and by doing that, practice your speaking. So you benefit twice tuning into this episode. First, you learn or brush up rules you might have forgotten and make it really practical by saying a few sentences out loud. I will say it again. The whole idea behind Teacher Ola Podcast is that you don't waste your time here. You don't listen in Polish if you want to speak English, right? You don't stop yourself from speaking because so listening won't make you a confident speaker of English. Say the sentences out loud. Hear yourself repeating the sentences. Let's fight that barrier, shall we? Okay, I'll start with so. Use so before adjectives and adverbs. Adjectives: big, strong, beautiful, hard. Adverbs: nicely, smoothly, elegantly, kindly, and the whole phrases maybe. So big, so strong, so beautiful, so hard, so nicely, so smoothly, so elegantly, so kindly. We'll practice sentence repetition later. As for now, I just want you to see the big picture, the main general rule. So plus adjective or adverb. Such is a bit more complicated, and more often than not, we make mistakes with such. I'll show you why in a few more minutes. We use such with nouns. Nouns: a dog, a box, a table, chocolate, juice, wine, and the whole phrases. Such a dog, such a box, such a table, such chocolate, such juice, such wine. Have you noticed how I added a after such before a countable noun? You cannot omit a before countable nouns. A box, a dog, such a box, such a dog. Uncountable nouns, so the nouns we can't count, like chocolate, juice or wine, normally don't take a. Hence we end up with such chocolate, such wine, such juice. There are many exceptions, as always in this language. I'm sure you noticed nothing's carved in stone in terms of English. So there are more exceptions than rules. I'll note to make an episode on countable and uncountable nouns for sure. How come it's so confusing when I want to speak if the theory sounds that easy? Well, the problem occurs when we want to refer to adjective plus noun. A big house. What a brain notices first is the adjective, big. So it wants to be correct and follow the rule and put so before an adjective. So big house. It's a mistake. The adjective doesn't stand there alone. It's followed by a noun. Do you see that? A big house. What do you put before nouns? Yes, you put there such. So the correct phrase is such a big house. Stay with me and you'll hear some more common mistakes and you'll learn how to avoid them. Now, the meaning. We use so and such to emphasize the adverb or the adjective to make them sound stronger. Notice the difference between it's a good blog and it's such a good blog. Do you see how more emotional the second sentence is? Look at her, she's beautiful. And look at her, she's so beautiful. Such a good blog. She's so beautiful. Make bigger impression. So and such add this emotional element. You can use so and such with that. For example, it was such an inspiring speech that I couldn't stop thinking about it. One more sentence, but with so this time. I go to bed so late that I'm always tired in the morning. On many occasions, you can change the sentence and express the same thing using either so or such. For instance, I haven't studied English for so long. It's been such a long time since I learned English. She's so intelligent. She's such an intelligent woman. He's so tall. He's such a tall man. Common mistakes. Very often we tend to forget that countable nouns are preceded by an article a. Uncountable nouns are not. For example, the weather. It's a mistake to say, we had such a beautiful weather. Weather is uncountable, hence, we had such beautiful weather. Another common mistake stems from what I said at the beginning, we overuse so. For example, I have so wonderful friends. It's a mistake. Remember that so is used before adjective, but when the adjective isn't followed by a noun. What this sentence should sound is, I have such wonderful friends. By the way, don't forget that the adjective wonderful is pronounced with the sound ah, wonderful friends. If you feel confused, you can always take an easy way out, and I don't see why not, and say, my friends are so wonderful. To wrap up, I'd like you to practice speaking now. I'm sure you know that just listening won't make it. You won't reach your goal. You will never eliminate your barrier if you don't start speaking. Begin speaking to yourself. Repeat the sentences. It's the simplest thing you can do right here, right now. No later. Now. Okay, are you ready? Let's do this. It's such a good tip. I like London. It's so inspiring. I like Lucy. She's such a good friend. I like them. They're such helpful people. The music was so annoying, I had to ask my neighbors to turn it down. It was such a nice day. I wear such old clothes, I need to go shopping soon. We had so much to eat, we felt ill. What a bargain! These were such cheap tickets, I bought more. I didn't know she had so much money. He's such a nice guy. He talked such nonsense, everybody laughed. Bravo! Yet, that's not all. Now practice some more using my worksheet number 12. It's available at teacherola.com/12. It's full of expressions, it's full of exercises with so and such. Now, do you have any questions? I'm sure you're at least less confused now. If you want more advice though, let me know. contact@teacherola.com. If you think there's someone who could use some grammar help, let them know about me. I invite you to be here next Wednesday because I'll share my tips on how to sound more natural while speaking. It's not only about pronunciation, so don't miss it. Till then, have a great week. Happy learning. Bye bye.